life is hard. And what I mean by hard is like it's every day after every day after every day. And I don't mean like on some hurt yourself type stuff. I mean like, bro, like aren't you bored? Are y'all not bored? Like like what is this all leading up to? What what are we really doing? Like I, what are the options? You either working or on social media, and it's just like I'm I'm sick of the rigmarole of just every day. People suck. When you really think about it, people suck, and it's not their fault. I think I think there was a time, maybe in the time before time, where we all still lived in like little small, villages, like, and everybody kind of like knew each other and basically needed each other and counted on each other. But it's all different now. It's kind of like every man for himself. You have to pay your own bills. You can't worry about your neighbor's bills. You can't worry about the person down the street kids. You got to worry about your own kids. You can't worry about this other person's job. You got to worry about your own job. It's today is all about you. And I think that's just like it's just made it worse for society in general because we're so disconnected. People suck because they have to suck. If you spend your life only trying to help others, you'll probably die with nothing. I don't believe in the good luck and bad luck and stuff. I believe in connections, um, networking. Like, what does it take to be successful today? And compare that to what you were expecting and what you were told as a child. Like, whose parents who also has parents that told them, when you grow up, just study hard, get a good job, get married, and always put a little money away, and everything will be fine. Only for 18 years later, you finally grown up, you leave the house, and you find out you need a job, you need another job, you need to be certified in something. College never really mattered. That was just a waste of time and money. And it's like, anybody just want to look at their parents and be like, I'm sorry, what were you saying? Because it's like they told us that when we were young, and then now that we're older, if we say, oh, life is hard, they'll just be like, oh, well, when I was young, life is harder. No, no, it wasn't. If you could have just one job and support a whole family back then, and you can't do that now, then life is harder today. And add on to the fact that you can't really count on anybody, you know, unless you go out, seek a stranger, forge a friendship, and that takes time and energy and trials. It's just harder for the individual person. And I just feel like everything today uh, just revolves around keeping us separate from each other. Like, who really looks other like strangers in the eyes anymore? When you're walking down the street, we ignore each other like we don't see each other. We we're so good at ignoring each other we walk circles around each other, never bump into each other, even in crowded malls and stuff. We just instinctively know how to get away from each other. What do we do when we get money? We don't go to the most crowded place we can and be around the most people we can. We go off by ourselves. You know, we're not happy with just being in the town that we're in. We need to, you haven't lived life unless you've gone to Europe. And it's just like, is it supposed to be that complicated? Do do I really have to do all that extra stuff just to what? Be happy? Because that's a whole nother topic. Like, what is happy? Is that something you could achieve, or should we just be using the proper terminology and call it uh uh just trying to feel good at this moment? Because there's no there's no end to how happy you can be. Like, if your family is well, you're happy, but you also need to be able to, you know, afford your family and have a good job. So you can't be happy without the job as well. And well, you need to have transportation, make sure you can get to and from. So you can't really be happy unless you have that too. And when you think about it, like, there's no happy, there's just content for the moment. And sometimes I feel like we don't even get a chance to try and be content for the moment, because every second of the day you're needed somewhere. You're obligated to something. Most of the time you have a place to be, or you spend up all the good time of the day, and now everything's closed. You're up ready to be out and about at 2 o'clock in the morning, but nothing's going on. Everyone's asleep because they're about to have another 18-hour day tomorrow. It's just like, I don't know. I feel like even now, life's supposed to be more fun than it is. Like, get excited when we see other people. Like, be excited to wake up in the morning. Like, bro, I look, I'm not lazy. I work hard. I have a full-time job. I have kids. I'm married. But I'm not gonna lie, like, when I wake up in the morning, my first thought is, here we go again. That's my first thought. Just like, what's about to happen today? I don't get to just sit on the porch and watch the sunrise, because it's like, even if I did get a moment to sit down and watch it, I'm just gonna be thinking about what I got coming up during the day. And you can't let your guard down. You can't let your guard down. You don't really have a moment to be like, oh, this is bliss. No, you need to, okay, all my bills taken care of. Okay, the kids have eaten. Okay, I got that thing fixed on the car because that was important. Oh yeah, and also got the emissions test coming up. And it's just like, you don't have a second anymore. And that's what life is. Running out of time. Make as much money as you can before you get old, so in those last few years before you die, you won't be out on the streets. Like, that's life. That's life today. And I think that just makes it so boring. Like, is it just me? Is no one else, sorry, I'm clicking my leg. Is no one else bored? I don't know. It's just a quick rambling thought. Tell me what you think.